Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Barkissa. I've moved to Australia 1 month ago. By the time you're gonna see this video, maybe more time has passed, but the time of recording, it has been just a month. In this video, I'd like to reflect on my English level and discuss if it has improved since moving to Australia. When I was in Italy, I was curious about the level of English of the people that made videos about Australia to understand if it was already good when they landed or if it has improved since moving. With this video, I'd like to see with the time passing how my level changes. So it has been just 1 month, so I know that my level is not gonna be drastically changed, but I think that I saw some slight differences. Let's get into it. My level is currently a B2. I think I'm upper intermediate and I'm aiming at a C1. I don't expect to become a C2 because this is like native people, but I'd like to at least be a C1. I know that I can communicate and understand Spanglish. Spanglish? Okay. Sorry. I know that I can understand English speaking people and I know that I can also communicate with people, but I think that there is a lot to improve, especially regarding pronunciation and vocabulary. Let's start from the beginning. So how did I learn English? This all started when I was 16 years old during high school, where my English teacher forced us to read a book in English, and I will be forever be thankful to her for this. I think that when you consume a product in its original form, it's 100 times better than the translated version. So after reading my first book in English, I think it was like Jane Eyre, but I'm not sure. Anyway, it was English literature. Firstly, after that, I started reading everything that I read in English. And secondly, my passion for English literature started from there. My favorite author is Jane Austen. Oh, thank you. I don't remember her name. Oh my god, I feel so bad right now, but thank you anyway. Maybe Elena? I don't know. This is where it all started. After that, I just started consuming everything, and I say everything, in English, like my TV shows, films, people that I follow on social media, YouTubers, on TikTok, so everything for me has been in English since then. This is what helped me to reach this good level of English. I didn't even mention that, of course, I learned English at school. So the basis in Italy, you start learning English from elementary school, then through middle school and high school. That's it. And I also think that when you speak more than one language, it's easier for you. I was born and raised in Italy, but I'm originally from Burkina Faso. So my parents speak the dialect of Burkina, which for my village is Bisa. Also during high school I learned French. Having multiple languages helps you to learn other languages. So yeah, that's how I learned English. But today's videos was about my improvement. It's only been a month, so nothing major, but I think that there has been some improvement. Like I started thinking in English when I talk to people. Like at the beginning it was mostly translating from Italian to English, but now I think that I'm starting to automatically conversate in English without translating from Italian, which I think is a really important starting point. I also believe that Australia is really great for learning English. You can hear accent from people coming from all over the world. Like I met Argentinians, Colombians, Spanish people, French people from all over the world speaking English, which I think is great because you can also hear different accent and learn from them. The Australian accent is not as bad as they make it sound. You can find real Australian in the inner part of the country. Like in my case, I live near the CBD, which is the central business district of the city of Melbourne. In the city center, it's mostly people coming from different parts of the world, and also the Australians that are there don't have that strong accent that I think you can find in regional areas. The Australian accent is strong, but you will mostly find that accent in the inner part of the country, like in the city center. Even the Australia that you will find speak a pretty understandable English, so it's not that bad. One thing that I started noticing is about the Australian slang. So Australians like to shorten every word that they use. For example, Woolworths is called Woolies, avocado is avo, afternoon is arvo. Weird. The craziest one for me is thank you. They say ta, like TA. It's crazy, but I believe this also happens in England. I'm not sure. So it has been fun learning this new slang, and I've started integrating it in my conversation. Like I really enjoy saying oh ta. And also good day is g'day, g'day. They love to say g'day. The thing that made me believe that my English level will really improve is about the vocabulary. So for example, the other day I was in a takeaway small restaurant. They gave me my food, but I needed fork, spoon, knife, but I didn't know how to call the ensemble. In Italian it's posate, but I couldn't remember the word. So after that I came back home and I checked, like I was able to explain myself saying the singular elements. So I need also the fork and knife, and she's like over there. When I came home I searched for the translation of posate and it's cutlery. So now I know how to say cutlery, and I think I will never forget about this because I will always remember about that time of difficulty and how I found the solution. So I think this will really help me because, of course, in the back of my mind, I knew the word cutlery. They teach you this at school. It's a part of the basics, but I've never used on a daily basis. I've also used English at work, but of course, when you are at work, you don't use the word cutlery. And another thing is about mistakes. I was talking to my Canadian friend. I wanted to say something which was not respectful. And the word, of course, is disrespectful, and I know this, I swear I know, but I said unrespectful. I felt so stupid in that moment, and she corrected me, luckily, and I was like, oh, please always correct me when I make these kind of mistakes. But even when I said the word, I was aware that it was not correct, but still I couldn't remember disrespectful. I don't know how to explain this, but now I will never make this mistake again. If you like this content, please like, subscribe and activate the notification button. And if you'd like for me to make more videos in English, please let me know in the comments, because at the moment I'm focusing on Italian content. If I see that there is some interest, maybe I will start making more videos in English, even though I'm not fully confident of my speaking abilities. I hope I will make this kind of videos more frequently, every 3 or 6 months, because I'm looking to stay in Australia long term. Please let me know if this kind of video interests you, if you have any yeah, this is what I'm talking about, like any, not doubt, any curiosity about Australia, please write it down in the comments, and maybe I'll make more videos in English. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Baci barchi!